Hey guys, so today we'll begin with our third lecture, which is on Java operators. So let me get started with operators. So what are operators? Operators are anything that operates on values. It's that simple. So operators, what are operators? Anything. I mean, it can be a symbol, it can be a keyword, or anything that operates on values. Now, these values can be direct values like maybe 10, 20, maybe A, B, C, D, whatever. These can be direct values, these can be variables, X, Y, Z, or whatever. These can be constants, any values, okay? So the first set of operators that we are gonna study are arithmetic operators, and I know the first feeling that comes to your head is that, oh, I know these things. That's absolutely correct. You know all these symbols from mathematics. In fact, most of these you will be familiar with since you have studied these in mathematics: plus, minus, multiplication, divide. However, this one you might say that this is percentage, but this is not percentage. In computer science, in programming, this is called mod or modulus, whatever you prefer. You can either say mod. I prefer modulus. uh Everyone, like, everything has its own function. Obviously, this adds things, this subtracts things, this multiplies things, this divides things, but this has a special case. I'll show that, okay? So how do you use add? I mean, it's a very basic question, right? If I say maybe 10 plus 6, what you will get? You will get 16, right? This is plus, right? You can do things. Let's say you have three variables, right? Integer x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 15. So now if you say system dot out dot println, what will get? X, let's say, plus y. That's it. If you say this, what you will get? Obviously, 5 plus 15, you will get 20. That's correct. If you say, let's say, let me delete this thing. Okay. If you say, hmm, let's take this x minus y, what you will get? X is small, y is big, right? 5 minus 15, you will get minus 10. Why minus 10? Because this side is small and this side is big. Obviously, it's plain mathematics, right? All right. Uh, what else? What if I say x multiply? And remember, this symbol is called asterisk. What do we call it? Asterisk. It's ASTERISK, and it is used for multiply. Okay, this one is for multiply. So if I say x multiply y, what you will get? You will get 5 times 15, right? And what is 5 times 15? Come on, think about it. 5 times 15 gives you 75, right? I hope you know the tables, right? 75. Okay. What about this? What if I simply say that? Okay, let me take this as again. What's this? This is called divide. I mean, this is used for division, right? Basically, this is called forward slash. This symbol is called forward slash, and it is used for what? It is used for division. Okay, so addition, subtraction, asterisk for multiply, forward slash for division, right? You have seen this, right? So if I say x divided by y, so that basically means 5 by 15, which gives you 1 by 15. This will return something in decimal, right? What is 5 by 15 in decimal? 5 divided by 15 gives you something 0.333 something and it will go on, right? So this is what you will get. So these four symbols we are aware about, right? We know what all these things are. But the real stuff is that what we don't know, and that is this thing, the modulus operator. Let me show you what it does basically. Okay. It's kind of divide, but it gives you the remainder, I'm sorry. So let's say you have int x is equals to 10. Okay, what if you say, like, again, I'll just write system dot out dot println. If I say, and I write in x, now I write my new stuff. Modulus, remember this is not percentage, you call this modulus. X modulus 2. What does it do? So what happens is that you are basically asking what is the remainder after x is divided by 2. Okay, this is what you are asking. What is the remainder? What is the remainder after x is divided by 2? What is so let's say x is 10, right? So 10 divided by 2, 2 5s are 10, right? So what is the remainder? It's 0. It's 0, right? So this is the purpose of modulus. Let me give you another example. Okay, let me give you another example. What if I say maybe 15 mod 2? What do you get? So what is the remainder after you divide 15 by 2? So 15 divided by 2, 2 sevens are 14. But there is one remainder, right? 1 is the remainder. So what is the answer? 1. 2 sevens are 14. 1 is the remainder. So modulus is for remainder, finding out the remainder. Okay. And we'll understand more about using modulus, where to use it, when to use it, you know. Just to give you a brief hint, any number, any number divided by 2 that gives you the remainder of 0 are even number. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever, and continue. You know even numbers, right? Even numbers. And then there are odd numbers, right? Which is 1, 3, 7, 9, 11, etc. So try dividing these by 2. If you divide 2 by 2, you will get remainder 0. If you divide 4 by 2, you will get remainder 0. If you divide 6 by 2, you will get remainder 0. Same here, same here. If you tried dividing 1 by 2, you will get remainder 1. If you divide 3 by 2, 2 ones are 2, remainder is 1. Same thing, same thing. 2 threes are 6, remainder is 1. So the same thing goes, right? If you divide 9 by 2, 2 fours are 8, remainder is 1. 2 fives are 10, remainder is 1. So this modulus is used for finding the remainder. I just write, take notes. Sorry, remainder. Yeah, cool. So these are arithmetic operators. Now let's try these things in our Java. Okay, let's open up BlueJ. BlueJ. I mean, these are fairly basic, I know, but let's try these things. Right? Again, create a new project. Maybe type in operators, since we are studying about operators. New class. Type in whatever you want to, but I'll say operators. Done, right? Cool. Oh, oops. Yeah. You don't need all these things. Just delete this stuff. Perfect. So again, public static void main string marks Okay, all right. Fairly basic thing to do, but let's try our hands on. All right. So let's begin using int x equals to 10 and y. Again, y is integer. Like we can define like this. Okay, int x, int y, all these things. So y is also an integer which has, let's say, 5. All right. Okay. Now let's try all these things. System dot out dot println x multiplied by y. I mean, I'm just writing. Okay, I'm just writing. Let me try this multiplied, or just print the value directly. X multiplied by y. Oops. So yeah, perfect. I'll just copy and paste this. This will save our time. I'll try all the operators. Okay, paste, 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 paste. Okay. Now multiplication, division, plus, minus, addition, subtraction, and modulus. Okay. Let's save this. Let's compile this. Class compile, no syntax errors. Let's try running this. So we're getting it right. But what is happening here? We're not getting all the outputs here. Let me check this one. Something's not working quite right. So uh, 10, 10 into 5 should give you 50. Uh, 10 divided by 5 should give you what? Uh, yeah, 10 divided by 5, 2. Then they should give you 15. They should give you, I guess, yeah, 10 minus 5, which is 5. And they should give you 0. That's what it should give. But I don't know why it is not printing all the things it should have printed. I mean, this shall give you 50. This shall give you 2. This shall give you 15. This shall give you 5. This shall give you remainder 0. Why? 10 divided by 5. 5 to the 10. Remainder is 0. Perfect. So these are our arithmetic operators. Now let's go move on to the next thing, which is assignment operators. All right. Now here's the interesting part. We already know a few assignment operators. We are using kind of one of the very basic operator, which is the equal to operator, the first one, right? We have been using it for a while now. Whenever we are typing in int x is equals to 5, so we are basically using x. I mean, so equal to. So why do we use equal to assign something? Just like in maths, x is equals to something, y is equals to something. So the value of x is 5. This is what it means. Whenever we say x is equals to 5, y is equals to 10, the value, the value is going to x. This is what this means. Okay, if I say maybe string x is equals to hello, like this. So we are again using the assignment operator. Actually, this is called assignment operator, but in our uh, everyday language, we call it the equal to. So the value is going to x. So this is the assignment operator. All right. Now the real stuff begins from here, the assignment operator. So what? Let me show you with an example. What will happen? Okay. So let's begin by saying we have int x is equals to 10. We have int x is equals to 10. Okay, cool. This is the first line of code. What happens if I say, now we have already defined, no need to define it once again. Okay, just say x plus equal to maybe 5. You know what happens? You know what happens? So what happens is that, let me write it a little bit better way, x plus equals to 5. So what it will do is that add 5 to the previous value of x and update x. So right now, what's the value of x? What's the value of x? It's 10. So add 5 to 10 and then do this. X is equals to 15. I mean, yeah. So 5 plus 10 gives you 15. X is equals to 15. So you are doing both the things to, like together. Let me show you one second. If you do this, what happens in the background? This is something which you will not see, but this is happening in the background. What's is that you are doing this x is equals to x plus 5. Okay, this is the first statement that is written. Then you are saying, uh, yeah. So this is what's happening in the background. So what is the previous value of x? 10. What you are adding right now? 5. So what is the current value right now? X is equals to 15. So whatever you are doing here, now if I try to print x, it will give me 15. Okay, let's try our hands on in Bluetooth so that you can understand in a better way. I'll just remove all these things. Oh, we have x already, right? We'll keep that. We'll keep that thing. Okay, let's try. First, let's print this. Okay, system dot out dot println. I'll say uh, before adding value of x, value of x before adding. Okay, and I'll just put in, I mean, not here, you can put it like this as well. It will just print x. You can do this. This is not adding actually, it will just put the things together. It is not addition. Okay, I'll show you once we are going to the next lecture. All right, or if you're not really comfortable with this thing, uh, maybe you can do like this as well. System.out.println x. Okay, happy. Now I'll say x plus is equals to 5. Okay, if I do this and I say system, let me just call, yeah, okay. System.out.println value of x after adding. Okay, system.out.println x. So we are printing twice. Before adding, what is the value? Obviously, it's going to print 10. After adding, what will happen? What will happen to the value of x right now? It was previously 10. Add 5 to 10. The new value of x is 15. Compile this. Class compiled. Now let's run this. Yeah, the value of x before adding 10, the value of x after adding 15. So do you get it? This is how this works. This operator works. In the same way, this, and this works. We already have discussed what this is. This is modulus, right? So let me try with other operators as well. So it is basically updating. Okay. So the current value of x is 10. Cool. What you are doing? X minus equals to uh, let's say 2. So what are you doing? What was the old value of x? What was the old value of x? X is equals to x minus 2. This basically means this. If you try to write this, it will give you the same result. Okay. So what was the previous value of x? It was 10, right? And this is 2. So what is 10 minus 2? What is the new value of x? The new value of x is 8. Simple. So this means that you are subtracting 2 from the previous value of x and putting it as the new value of x. That is what you're doing. Okay. So I'll just erase it. Okay. Hope you're getting it. What I am doing right now. Let me try this once again. What about this thing? What about this thing? So if I say x multiply equals to, let's say, 2. Okay. What is the current value of x? What is the current value of x? 10. What you are doing right now? Multiply with what? 2. So what is the new value of x? 10 multiplied by 2 gives you 20. So this is a new value. So you will get x is equals to 20. This is the new value. If you try to print it, you will get 20. Perfect. So yeah, this is how the operator works. Okay. If I try to do this, you know, if I say something like this, okay, let's jump to the next operator, which is divide equals to. If I say x divide equals to, let's say 5. Okay, what this means? Previous value of x. What was previous value of x? 10. What are you doing? Divide with what? 5. What is the new value of x? 10 divided by 5. 5 to the 10. So it's 2. So if you try to print x now, if you try to print x now, you will get what? You will get 2. All right. Now let's jump to the last assignment operator, which is modulus. Okay, let's try doing modulus part. So what about x mod, maybe mod equals to 2? What is this? So again, what was the previous value of x? 10. What you are doing? Modulus with what? With 2. So 10 mod 2, what is modulus? The remainder after dividing 10 by 2. So 2 5s are 10. What is the remainder? The remainder is 0. So if you try to print x now, what you will get? You will get 0. So these are all the assignment operators. Let's try our hands on in BlueJ once, just to clear things out. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's try this. I'll say int x, again 10. You can take any value. Let's say x multiply equals to 5. What you will get? What was the previous value of x? 10. What is the current value of x? Sorry. What you are doing right now? Multiply with what? With 5. So what you're gonna get? Let's check it out. System.out.println. Let's try to print x now. Let's compile the class. All right. Let's run it. What are we getting? We're getting 50. We're getting 50. Ignore all these things. 50. How are we getting 50 exactly? So what was the previous value of x? It was 10. What are we doing? We are doing multiply. With what? 5. So what is 10 multiplied by 5? 50. So what is the current value of x? It's 50. Now, obviously, you can directly write something like this. X is equals to x multiplied with 5. This will give you the exact same answer because you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. This was the shortcut, right? Like this is the shortcut to do things in this way. Let's say, for example, I just want to clear any confusions that you're having right now. Let me remove all these things. So let's say your int x is equals to 5, let's say, and you want to multiply it, like whatever the value of x is, you want to multiply it by 2, and you want to keep it in the x. So you want to increase x by 5, let's say. So what you're going to do, you're going to say x is equals to x plus 5 or maybe 10 or whatever. So what will this give? What is the current value of x then? It was previously 5. You are adding 10 to it. What is the value of x right now? 15. It's that simple. But I mean, this is kind of long. So you can just say x plus is equals to 10. Simple. It will give you 15 as well. Getting my point? This is just a shortcut of doing things. So again, if I try to do this, maybe x is equals to, if I, let's say I want to divide, or let's say I want to, uh, multiply x with maybe uh, let's say 10. What are you gonna get? So what was the previous value of x? It was 5. What you are doing? Multiply with what? 10. So 5 multiplied by 10, what do you get? 50, right? 5 multiplied by 10, you get 50. But again, this is long. What is the shortcut way of doing it? X multiply equals to 10. We're doing the exact same thing like this, but this is the better way, right? So this is the these are the assignment operators that you can use. Use these as shortcuts. I personally prefer these when I'm using shortcuts to update the variables, this is pretty simple. This is just for assignment. All right. Uh, we will move on definitely, but just to prove my point, I'll say x is equals to, let's say x divided by 2. What are we gonna get? So what was the previous value of x? 10 divided by 2. What is the current value of x? 10 divided by 2, 2 5s are 10. So this should be giving us 5.0. Why 0? Because whenever you're doing a division operator, it will become double. Okay. Whenever, remember this thing, whenever you are doing division, it will become, it might become double. So let's do this. Okay. Let me compile the class. Okay, we are done. Let me run the main method. We are done. Okay. So what is this? We are getting 5, which is the expected value, right? 2 5s are 10, so we're getting 5. But I can do the same thing in a shortcut way. I can say divide equals to, uh, 2. Cool. Same thing. If I compile it and run it, I'll get 5. Same thing. Okay. So just the shortcuts, nothing else. Okay, let's move on to the next operator, which are logical operators. All right. Well. I want to check. Yeah, okay. Before covering logical operators, I want to stay in this thing only, wherever the addition and multiplication going on and all that arithmetic stuff. So we know this. We know this. Obviously, these are plus and minus, but you can do something like this: x plus y, or you can do x minus y. If we have understood this, but these are binary operators, isn't it? Like this and this are binary operators. Why binary? What is binary? Binary means two. Two. Why two? It is working on this, or these operators are working on two things. First thing, second thing. First thing, second thing, right? In fact, the previous ones were doing the same thing, right? Same thing. Even if I go here, what is this operator? What is this operator? This is multiplication operator. First thing, second thing. You might ask, well, there are three. No, there are no. There are no threes. Okay. Something is assigned to something, right? So two things. Even equal to is a binary operator. But if I just say something like this, if I say, let's say, if I say minus 2045 or plus 292, I am using operators. I am using operators, but this is not a binary operator. I'm just saying negative 2045, right? This is an operator, but this is not a binary operator. These are unary operator. What is unary? Unary means operators which work on only one operand. Operand means item. Okay. Only one operand. What is the operand? One. This is the only one thing. Now, negative is used for showing the minus values. Positive is shown to show the positive values. Like obviously, you have learned the integer system, right? This is 0. All these things are -1, -2, minus, and so on. And these are 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can add plus, but does that, I mean, without even adding plus, it's the same thing. So this is optional. This is optional. You can do this, you cannot do this. Even if you do this, that's not an error in Java. You can do that perfectly fine. However, this is mandatory. If you are displaying a negative value, you have to add a negative sign before it. So these are for unary operators. We can use this as well, right? These can be used for binary as well as unary. Okay, to show negative and positive values respectively. Now one interesting thing is that the plus plus and minus minus. Now this is interesting. Okay, let me go through it. Now look at these things very carefully. These are the foundations of all the arithmetic stuff going on into the programming part. Okay, so what is plus plus? Plus plus means increasing a value by one. For example, let's say int x is equals to 5. Cool. I want to increase x by 1. How can I do it? First method is obviously x is equals to x plus 1. But we know the shortcut, right? We know the shortcut. We know the shortcut, and the shortcut is this: x plus equals to 1. This is the method 2. But there is also a method 3 wherein I can say x plus plus. That's it. That's it. This will give you 6. This will give you 6. And even this will give you 6. So this is the most shortcut method. But the problem with this is that it can only increase 1. It cannot increase 2, 5, 10, whatever. I mean, let's say I want to increase this by 100. I want to increase this by 100. Then I can do something like this. I can say 100. I can do this. I can maybe do this. But I cannot do something like this here. So this can only increment by 1. Okay. So this is called the increment operator. Okay. Increment operator, and it can only increment by 1, not by anything else. If you want to increment it by 100, you can use this method or maybe this method, whichever you prefer. I personally prefer this way if I have to increase it by some other number or do anything by other number. But this thing only adds by 1. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So that's basically it. That this is the increment operator. Okay, I can say something like this: if x is 5, I say x plus plus. Now I say print x. It will give me 6. Why? It was 5, now it is 6. It will give me 6. That's simple. This is called the opposite. This is called the decrement operator. And again, it can only decrement by 1. Okay. So again, like if I want to decrease 5 by 1, I have now total 3 methods. Okay. I can either go with this method, the first one, that is x is equals to x minus 1. I can do this. We know the shortcut as well, x minus equals to 1. And even a shorter method is x minus minus. All of this will give me 4, 4, 4. Perfectly fine. But again, the problem with this is that it can only decrement by 1. It cannot decrement by 5, 10. We can do this here. Like if I want to decrement this, I want to decrease the value of this thing to by minus 100. I can do that by this, or I can do that. But I cannot do something like this. Also, these methods can support multiply, division, all these things. But increment and decrement only adds or reduces the value. That's what increment and decrement does. Okay. Nothing more complicated. Now, one important stuff over here: increment or decrement can be of two types. You can either say, I'm sorry, not this one. You can say x plus plus, or you can say plus plus x. You can also do that. You can say x minus minus, or you can say minus minus x. Both does the same thing. Okay, this will be 6, this will be 6, this will be 4, this will be 4. But this is called pre, and this is called post. So this is post increment, this is post decrement, this is pre increment, this is pre decrement. So I will show you the example. I will show you example. Okay, fine. Let's try to do this. Let's try. Okay, I'll open up my terminal because every time I am writing things, it's getting kind of hectic to compile all the things. So I'll just open my terminal. Do not pay concentration on what I am doing, but just understand this is pure Java. Okay, whatever I'm doing, this is Java only. This is not something new. So again, I'm just avoiding all the class and method, all that. You know what to do, right? I'm not wasting your time. So int x is equals to 10. Okay. All right. So what if I say system dot out dot println and I say x plus plus? I mean, I'm just adding it right now, right here, right? What will happen? What will you see? What will you see? Come on, think about it. Will you see 11? No, you will not see 11. You will see 10. Why? But what is the value of x right now? What is the value of x right now? Let me try to print x once. System dot out dot println only x. What is the value of x? It is 11. So it has increased. Okay, there is no doubt in that. But it has increased after. It has increased after the execution of this line. Okay, this is called post. Post means after. So after the execution of this thing, it will increase. But what if I say int x is equals to 10? I'm doing the same. I'm doing the exact same. Now I'm saying plus plus x. This is what? This is pre-increment. What am I getting? Am I getting 10, 11? What is the value of x, by the way? It is still 11. No doubt in that. But did you see the difference? Did you see the difference here? X was 10. That's fine. I printed the value of x while incrementing it. It was still printing out 10. But once this was executed, after this line, the value of x became 11. This is why this is called post increment. I mean, incrementing after the execution of this line. I mean, once you are doing x plus plus. But what about this? X was again 10. I did printed it out while incrementing, but I did a pre-increment. Whenever I am doing a pre-increment, it will immediately increment. It will not wait for the this thing to execute and after this will become 11. No, immediately it will increase. And obviously the value of x will be obviously 11. I mean, yeah. So this is pre-increment, right? I'll take a screenshot just to show you the thing. Okay, I'll put it over here to make you understand. Oops, I guess this is a little bit big. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this. Uh-huh. Okay, I guess I need the palette, I guess. Not this one. Yeah, perfect. I was saying this. Let us go to the next page and paste. All right. I'll make it a little bit small. Okay, let's understand what's happening. Okay, this is my x. Okay, cool. What is the current value of x? The current value of x is 10. Perfect. What am I doing? I am doing x plus plus. Whenever I am doing x plus plus, it is not immediately increasing. Okay, not immediately. Once the entire thing is happening. Okay, right now what's the value of x? It is still 10. Okay, even if like when this is executing, the value of x is still 10. After this it will become 11. Getting the point? But in case of pre-increment, what will happen? Just the different thing, what is the current value of x? The current value of x is 10, right? Cool. The current value of x is 10. Now during this thing, whenever I am seeing plus plus x, it will immediately become 11. Okay, it will not wait for the entire thing. It will immediately become 11. That's what is happening. Okay, cool. and obviously the value of x will be 11, but immediately. So this is different. This is pre-increment because I'm incrementing, obviously. Why pre? Before. Pre means before. And this is post increment. Post increment. Cool. Post. By increment, I'm increasing, but post means after. Pre means before. The same thing, the same exact thing goes with post decrement and pre decrement as well. Let's open my J shell as well to showcase what's happening. Again, let I'll make this a little bit big so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Int x is, oops, it's malfunctioning, lol. Yeah, sorry. Int x is equals to 10. Cool. Now I'm saying, uh, I'm not printing it out. Even in JShell, you can directly see the value. So no need to print it out. But for you, you have to print it out. So let's say I'm saying minus minus, let's say x minus minus. What will be the value of x right now? Think about it. Will it be 9 or will it stay 10? It is still 10. Don't focus here. This is not something that you will understand. Just see what is the value of x right now. It is still 10. But what is the value of x right now? It is 9. Same exact thing is happening. This was 10. You have decremented by 1. Okay, that's cool. But after execution, it will become 9. During execution or when it is executing, it will remain 10. Okay, let's take int x once again. Now let's do pre-decrement. X minus minus x. It will become immediately 9. Do you see? It will become immediately 9. That is the difference between pre and post. What is the value of x? Obviously it's 9. But did you see the difference? Did you see the difference? It was 10. Immediately it became 9, and after that, obviously the value is 9. So if I say, let's analyze this thing. Okay. Let's say int x is equals to 10, y is equals to uh, 11, or maybe 5. Okay. X is 10, y is 5. Cool. What happens if I say x plus 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 y plus plus? What's this? What am I getting? What am I getting? Come on, think about it. Think about it. Ready? I'm getting 15. How am I getting 15? Simple. We are doing post decrement. Sorry, post increment. So during post decrement, the value is still 10. It is not 11. During post decrement, the value is still 5. It is not 6. So 10 plus 5 will get 15. Okay, let's play around this for a while just to understand the concept a little bit more. Let's say we have two things. Okay, we have two things. This is x and this is y. Okay, all right. What is the current value of x? It's 10. Current value of y, 5. Let's write it down. Int x is equals to 10, y is equals to 5. Okay, now let's try doing some stuff to it. Okay, if I say x plus plus plus, I mean this is a separate plus, y plus plus, what's gonna happen? This is going to stay 10 right now. This is going to stay 5 right now. So 10 plus 5 gives you 15. Perfect. Okay, understood? Okay, let's try something different. Okay, let's try plus plus x plus plus y. What's gonna happen? It will immediately become 11. It will immediately become 6, right? It will immediately become 6. 11 plus 6, it will give you 17. Okay, is that correct? Immediately for pre. Okay, let's try some other combinations as well. Let's try. What if I say plus plus x plus x plus plus? Just this, simple. What's gonna happen? X, what was the value of x? 10. Immediately it's going to become 11. Right now, remember, right now the value of x is 11. Be very focused on that. Do not think the value of x is 10 right now. Plus x plus plus. What is the current value of x? It is not 10. It has already become 11. Okay. But it is not going to increment right now. It will still stay 11. It will not become 12 immediate. Why? Because this is a post. So 11 plus 11 gives you 22. Cool. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's try hmm, maybe plus plus x plus plus x. What's gonna happen right now? What is the value of x right now? It's 10, right? Cool. Perfect. So immediately it's going to become 11. Right now, what is the value of x? It's 11, right? Immediately it's going to become 12. So what is 11 plus 12? 23. Are you getting my point? This is what I'm saying. What if I say, let's make it a little bit more tricky. What if I say plus plus x plus minus minus x? What's gonna happen? Think about it. Think about it. Before I solve, think about it. What is the current value of x? 10. Immediately it becomes 11. The value of x is now 11. What is the current value of x? It's 11. Immediately it becomes 10. What is the addition then? 11 plus 10, 21. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point right now? Okay. Let's take some more examples. Okay. Let's take some more examples just to clear things out. Let's say I am saying plus plus y plus minus minus x plus uh, x plus y minus minus. I am just randomly taking things. Okay. Let's start from the very beginning. Okay. Cool. What is the current value of y? It's 5. Immediately it will become 6 since it's a pre-increment. It has become 6. X minus minus 6. What is the current value of x? 10. Immediately it will become 9. Perfect. X plus plus. What is the current value of x? Oh, sorry. What is the current value of x? 9. It will not become immediately 9. 10. It will stay 9. Okay. What is the current value of y? The current value of y is 6. It will immediately not become 5. It will stay 6. Now add things, get the answer. Am I clear to you right now? Try taking some more examples, playing around with it, just to understand the concept even more. Okay, let's take one last example before moving on. If you find this part a little bit boring, or if you have understood this thing, you can move on. No problem at all. Okay. Let's take x plus plus x plus x minus minus plus minus minus 6. Okay, all right, let's begin. What is the current value of x? It's 10 and it is going to stay 10 right now. But it has changed. Like after this thing, this has become 11. Not immediately. After this happens, it has become 11. Okay, cool. What is the current value of x right now? It's 11. Immediately it becomes 12. Okay, x minus minus. What is the current value of x? It's oh sorry, I forgot a bit. 12. What is the current value of x? 12. Immediately it's not going to change. It is post decrement, so it will stay 12. It will not become 11. And then again, what's happening here? Yeah, once this is executed, what is the value? It has become 11 once again. Okay. Now, after it has become 11, what are you saying right now? Minus minus 6. What is the current value of x right now? 11. Immediately it will become 10. Add these things, you will get your answer. So that's all about pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. Okay, getting the point? This is post increment. This is post decrement. This is pre increment. This is pre decrement. Anything that comes before is pre. Anything that comes after is post. If you see plus, it's an increment. If you see a minus, it's a decrement by one. Okay, that's all about unary operators. Let's now start with logical operators. Cool. So logical operators will be much more clear when we start with if else part, the conditionals part. Right now, it might not be clear to you at might have some confusions, but have patience till we reach to the maybe later section where we talk about if else and conditions. So for now, I'll tell you same things. This is called logical or. This is called logical logical and this is called no logical not. Logical or, logical and, logical not. Okay, let me give you some rules. These things generally work. Okay, before starting logical operator, it will good if we go with the relational operators, right? Yeah, right. Relational operators. I missed one thing, you know. Oh, it is there. I guess the color has changed. Lol. Yeah. Fine, 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 fine. Let me delete this thing. Cool. Let's first understand relational operators. Relational or comparison operators, if I say so, easy to understand. Really easy to understand. Okay. Um, okay. First, double equal to. Double equal to means if I am saying A equal B, I'm basically asking the computer, what is the question? Is A equal to B? This is the question that I'm asking to the computer right now. Okay. This is double equal. So let's say if I say int x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 10. If I say uh, maybe x equal y, is 5 equal to 10, what will I get? Remember we talked about the Boolean data type? Yes, that's correct. We are going to get false. We're going to get false. Why? Because this is not correct. Simple. If I say maybe okay, let's open no, let's first try to do this. Let's say int x is 10, y is also 10. I am saying x equal y. Am I what am I gonna get? What I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get true. Is that correct? Perfect. I hope you are understanding. So we are asking, is x equal to y? Right? I'm asking. Remember, this is very important. I'm not assigning. I'm not saying x equal to y. This means the value of y is going into x. This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying x equal y. So what I'm asking the computer is that is x equal to y? This is a question. This is not a question. This is assigning. This is a question. Whenever you double equal to, it's a question. I'm asking to the computer. Okay, fine. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's say I am saying something like this. If I say 5 plus 7, I'm putting it into brackets. Equal. Uh, let's say 12. What I'm gonna get? First, this whatever inside the bracket it happens first, and the later part then later. Okay. So 5 plus 7. What is 5 plus 7? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12. Equal 12. What I'm gonna get? True or false? True, obviously. What if I say 10 modulus 2 equal 0? What I'm gonna get? And obviously put this into bracket. So 10 divided by 2. What is the remainder? 0. Is 0 equal 0? True, right? All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's great. So now I'll just remove all these things. All right, cool. Now let's begin with, okay, I'll come to this later on, maybe. What's this? We know this from mathematics. This is greater than, oh, sorry, less than, less than. Okay. So if I say maybe 5 less than 10, what I'm gonna get? True, obviously. I mean, it's either true or false. Comparison operators can only give you true or false. That's it. That's it gonna give. Okay, nothing else. True or false. That's it. So what I'm saying right now is, let's say I say 100 more than 5. What I'm gonna get? True. What if I say 15 more than 15? What I'm gonna get? False. Because 15 is equal to 15, not more than 15. Hope I'm clear. If I say 10 less than 10, again false, because 10 is equal to 10, not less than 10, right? So this is greater than, this is greater than. Okay, now let's come to these symbols. I know you have used these in maths, like this and this. It's the same thing. It's basically called less than equals to, and this one is called the greater than equal to. So did you see these cases? Focus on these things. 15 more than 15 false, but if I say 15 greater than equal to 15, is it true? Yes, this is true. How do I write it? 15 greater than equal to 15. I'm asking the computer, but I'm gonna get true. If I say 10 less than equal to 10, I'm asking, is 10 less than or equal to 10? True. Why I'm getting it true? Is 10 less than 10? Obviously no. But is 10 equal to 10? Yes. Correct. Is 15 more than 15? No. Is 15 equal to 15? Yes. So if it is either less or equals to, I'm going to get true. If it is greater than equal to, then I'm going to get true. This is strictly less than. What happened right here? 15 greater than 15, not possible. 15, 10 less than 10, not possible. Right. So these are all the comparison and relational operators. Let's try our hands on in our favorite J shell. Again, int x is equals to, let's say, 15. Cool. Int y is equals to 10. Let's say. Okay. So what if I try to check x equal y? What I'm gonna get? Obviously, 10 is not equals to 15, right? If I say x greater than y, I'm gonna get true. Y, what is the value of x? 15. What is the value of y? 10. So x more than 10? Yeah, that's correct. X or maybe y less than x. This is also correct. Y, what is the value of y? Y is 10. Is y less than x? Yes, obviously 10 is less than 15. We are good, right? We can do all sort of stuff. Let's say I say 10 modulus 2, is it equal to, is it equal to 0? Correct. 10 divided by 2, remainder is 0, equal to 0. It's obviously what I showed right now. Okay, I say 10 plus 10. Always put this in bracket if you are doing multiple things together, otherwise it might cause errors. Also, this is a good practice. Is it equal to 30? No. I can say 10 more than 10. I can, true. How? 10 plus 10, 20. 20 is more than 10. Obviously true, right? I can say 10 minus 2 plus 3. mm, Greater than equals to, what is this? 10 minus 2, 8, 9, 11. True. Why? 10 minus 2 is 8, plus 3 gives you 11. 11 greater than or equal to 11? Yes, it is not greater than, but it is equal to. So true. So this is how you are gonna use relational or comparison operators. Now, one thing I left out is this, not equals to, right? Let's understand this. Not a big deal, really not a big deal. Just give me a moment. Yeah. What is not equals to? What is not equals to? Let me clear these things. What if I say maybe 10 equal 15? What I'm gonna get? Obviously false I'm gonna get. But if I say 10 not equal to 15, what I'm asking here is x not equal to y. Is it not? Yeah, it's not equal to. Great, right? This is just the opposite. These are just the opposite. This is asking, is it equal to? This is asking, is it not equal to? Getting the point. Is x not equal to y? If that is the case, then you will get 2. If I say 10 not equal to 10, no, 10 is equal to 10. If I do this, I'll get false. It's just the opposite of double equal to. All right. So that is our relational operators or comparison operators, whatever you call them, right? If I say, if I have a variable, let's say I have bool is raining. Like this is a variable where I just wanted to see if it is raining outside or not. I say it's not raining, so I say false. Now if I say uh, is raining not equals to true, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Basically what I'm asking is y not equal to, oh sorry, it if is x not equal to y, it is not equal to, right? This is false, this is false, and y is, what is y? True. So what I'm going to get? True, obviously, right? If I had said is raining equal true, what would I have got? False. Why false? I'm asking, is x equal to y? No, it is not equal to y. I'm getting false. Is x not equal to y? Yes, it is not equal to y. So I'm getting true. So that is all about relational comparison operators. Now we can move on to the logical operators. Now you will have a little bit better understanding of these things. Just give me a moment. All right, so we'll begin with logical operators. Uh, remember this thing. This is a rule. True and true will give you true. Except this, everything is going to give you false. Everything is going to give you false. Okay. Uh, let's say, let me give you some examples. I know this is kind of confusing. Happens to everyone. Let's say this is you. Okay. This is you. It's cool. And this is a movie hall. Okay. This is a movie hall. There is another guy who is the security guard. He's the security guard. The movie which is going on is adults, is for adults. Okay. Now you're going to the security guard. You need to show some proof that you are above 18, your age is above 18. Only then the security guard will let you in. So for that you need to have either Aadhaar card or voter card. Either Aadhaar card or voter card. Let's say you have, okay, let's take the scenario right now. Aadhaar and voter. Okay. Whenever I say T means you have Aadhaar. Whenever I say F, you means it means it doesn't. So let's say you have Aadhaar, you don't have voter. Will this guy able to verify your age? Yes, he will let you in. So this will work. Let's say you do not have Aadhaar, you have voter. Will this guy able to verify your age? Yes. Will he let you in? Yes. Let's say you have Aadhaar and voter. You have both the things. Okay, you have both the things. Will this guy let you in? Yes, you have both the things. But if you do not have anything, you don't have Aadhaar card, you don't have voter card, he will not be able to verify your age. He will not let you in. This is called OR. This is called OR. So for OR, at least one of the condition has to be true. What? At least one condition has to be true in order to give you true. Otherwise, if you do not have Aadhaar card, you do not have voter card, so Aadhaar you don't have, voter you don't have, so it will give you false. Getting the point? This is all. But let's say you have Aadhaar, you don't have voter. This is fine. You do not have Aadhaar, you have voter. This is also fine. You have Aadhaar and voter. This is also fine. Because at least, are you getting my point? In OR, at least one condition has to be true. And there can be multiple things. You can put more or and or and or and or. That's fine. In Java, you do not write like this. You have to put this. This means or. This is called the logical or. Hope this is clear. Hope this is clear. In fact, this will be even more clear when we are actually doing stuff in Java using if else. Okay, cool. Okay, fine. But take notes. Okay, take notes. I'll draw diagrams once again. I'll draw the diagrams once again. So do not worry about it. Okay. All right. Let's take logical and right now. Hmm, logical and right. All right. For and all conditions have to be true. All conditions have to be true. For example, this is you. This is your uh, airport, and this is your plane. This is your plane. Okay. This is the security guard. Again, once again. To enter into the airport and to the plane, okay, you need to have two things. You must have two things. You must have your Aadhaar card and ticket. So two things. So let's say you have you have Aadhaar. Sorry, if you have Aadhaar and you don't have a ticket, he will not let you in. If you, let's say, do not have Aadhaar, you only have the ticket, he will not let you in. If you do not have Aadhaar, you do not have ticket, obviously he will not let you in. If you have Aadhaar and a ticket, if you have both the conditions, all the things that is required, only then he will let you in. This is the difference between and or. Getting the point? For and, you must have to have this. If there are multiple things, this, everything. And will only work if you have all the conditions true. Only then it will give you true. Otherwise, it will not. Okay. Now I'll make a short table. Okay. I'll play with and or for some time. I'll play with and or. Okay. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play with and or. So let's say 5 more than 10, or maybe 10 mod 2 equal 0. Okay, try to put these things in bracket. Okay, let's see what is our at least one. At least one has to be true. Is this true? 5 more than 10? No, this is false. 10 divided by 2 gives you, I mean, sorry, from this modulus. 10 divided by 2 is 5, but the remainder is 0. 0 equal to 0, obviously. So this is true. So one is false, one is true. What is or? At least one has to be true. Is it true? Yes. So overall, this will give you true. Okay, let's try our hands in ingestion. Cool. I guess it's been a while since we are recording. Oh my god, we have exceeded 1 hour. That's fine. That's fine. If you need practice, you have to do all these things, right? These are the foundations that you have to keep in mind. Without these things, only these are the things that will need time. If you learn things with time, good things take time. Understand this thing. Nothing ever comes out in a hurry. Learn it slowly. Understand it's perfectly fine if you want to watch my video maybe 2 3 days. That is okay. But do watch it. All right. Okay. 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 Let's begin. Let's begin. So 5 more than 10, or I cannot directly write or, because in Java you cannot do this. You have to write double pipe, double pipe. Okay, double pipe, or logical or. You just say or. Okay, 5 more than 10, or 10 mod 2 equal 0. True. Why? Because 5 more than 10 is false, right? But 10 mod 2 equal 0 is true. What is or? Or is all about, if even if one condition is true, it will give you true. Fine. Okay, let's try even more. Let's try even more. 5 more than 10, or 10 equal to 9, or 5 less than 2, or maybe 2 greater than equals to 2. What are you gonna get? No matter how many things you are, or has only one rule. Even if one of the condition is true, it will give you true. So 5 more than 10? No, false. 10 equal to 9? No, it is not same as 9. 5 less than 2? Obviously no. 2 greater than or equal to 2? Yes, this is true. So overall you will get a true. So this is all about or. How does and work? How does and work? What if I say something like this? What if I, instead of this thing, if I just replace or with and? What is and? All has to be true. So this is true, this is false, it will give you false, not true. In fact, it will stop immediately. Right here it will stop. It won't even go to this. Because why? All has to be true. Even if one is false, it won't go ahead. It will simply give you false. Okay, this is and. Let's try with and for y. Let's say 10 more than 5, and again you cannot write like this, you have to say double ampersand. Maybe 5 less than 2. What are you gonna get? False, obviously. Even if 1 is false, this is false. 10 more than 5, obviously, but 5 less than 2 is false. Okay, let's give it some more conditions. 7 greater than uh 2 and 2 less than 1, what is going to happen? False. Why? This is true, this is also true, but this is false even if one of them is false. Why? And needs all of them to be true, only then it will give you true. Okay, this is and. Okay, let's play around. What if I say, what if I say, um maybe let's play with this. 10 greater than 2, or maybe 10 less than 2. Obviously this is false. Or or let's say the same thing, 10 modulus 2 equal 0. And so I'm combining things now. I'm combining things now. Okay. And maybe try like this. Okay. What is the condition here? 10 less than 2 and 5 less than 100, or 10 mod 2 equal 0. Let's break it down from left. 10 less than 2, false. Immediately, it won't even go here. Immediately the entire thing becomes false. Immediately. But but let's go to the right side. We have a or here. Right side. 10 mod 2 obviously gives you 0, which is equals to 0. This is true. So the ultimate answer will be true. Why? This portion is false. This portion is true. In the middle you have or. What does or say? Even if one condition is right, it will give you true. So that is what's happening right now. It's as simple as that. All right, fine. So let me make a table for you so that, and note down the table. It's really important. We also have a not. How does not work? Anything which is true, you add a not here, it will become false. Anything that is false, add a not here, it will become true. It's just inverses things, right? If I have to show you like this, if I take the entire, what it was returning, it was giving true, right? If I put the entire thing into bracket and put a not outside, you get false. So whatever the result you are getting, yeah, if you put this symbol, this is called not, it will give you the opposite result, which is false. Like if I say bool x is equals to false, or it's not taking bool. Okay, or boolean x is equals to false. Okay, cool. If I say not x, what am I gonna get? True. Right. If I say not x, what am I gonna get? False. Why am I gonna get false? Okay, let's understand this. If I say something like this, let's say true. Okay, I add a not here. It becomes what? False, right? If I add again a not here, what will become? True. Simple. Are you getting it? So double not means it will stay the original. Okay, it will stay the original. So just for saying, this is my thing. Tell me what will happen if I say true, not true. Obviously, it's going to give me false. But if I say double not true, so true becomes false, false becomes true once again. True, true. What happens if I say this? true becomes false, false becomes true, true becomes false, false. That is how you play with these things. So now I will just give you a table. Just write down the table in your notebook or wherever you're taking notes, because this is kind of important. So first I'll go with and, then I'll go with or, then I'll go with not. Okay. Fine. Let's begin. If you get true, I'll use short form and true, both the conditions. If I get true and true, it will give me true. In all other cases, it will give me false. If you have true and false, it will give you false. If you have false and a true, it will give you uh, uh, false. If you have false and a false, it will definitely give you a false. Okay. How does or look like? Or will work like this. Even if you have one single condition true, it will give you, sorry, true. If you have one single condition true and another false, it will give you true. If you have uh okay, this is false, this is true, it will give you true. Only if both the conditions are false, only in that case it will give you false. Otherwise, all three are going to be true. Okay. Not just reverses things, like if you have t and if you add not, it will become false. If you have a false, if you add not, it will become true. This is a table. The like just write it down somewhere. These are the rules, logical of bitwise operators. Now this is interesting, but this is not in your syllabus, and moreover, these are not really things that you do in Java a lot of times. So I'll just skip it, but just to give you an understanding. Let's say uh, it looks like a logical and logical OR, right? But that's not it. This is called a bitwise and bitwise OR. What does it do? It does operations on bitwise, means on a bit. What is a bit? 0 or 1. So it does operations on 0 and 1. Okay. So think of 1 like true, think of 0 like false. Okay, cool. If I say you have a number, int x is equals to 1, you say something like this. Inside computer, it looks like this. Uh, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is what it looks like in binary. Okay. And let's say you have another integer, int y is equals to 2. Y 2 will look like 0, 0, 1, 0. So if you do a bitwise and, what will happen is like this. True and false will give you false. Uh, False and true will give you false. False and false 0, false and false, false. So ultimately, if you do an AND operation, you will get 0. So these are binary stuff. You don't really need these things, but the rule is same. And will always give you a 0. Only in condition if you have 1 and 1, you will get a 1. Otherwise, it will always give you 0. For or, if anything is 1, it will give you 1. So not really required. Okay, let's skip this section. All right, we are done. Ternary operator. This is interesting, but you will not be able to understand this unless until we cover the conditionals, the switch cases, and everything. So I'll just give you a brief hint here. Let's say I say something like this. Okay. Let's try this something. Ternary operator looks like this. There is a question mark. There is a colon. Inside this, you have some condition, some action, some action. So if this is true, then this action will happen. If this is not true, then this action will happen. That's ternary operator for you. It's that simple. Okay. Like if I have to show you like this, let me open my terminal and show. Let's say mm, there is a string x. Uh, let's say 5 more than 10? Obviously, this is the for, right? This is the condition. This is the condition. If this is true, hello, else by. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. X is now by. Why? Let's understand this in a more detail. This is ternary operator. Why this is ternary? I'll show you that as well. Let me open another thing. All right, make it a little bit small. Okay, cool. Let's understand this. Mhm. So we have a variable called x. This is the condition. Is 5 more than 10? If this was true, x would have gotten hello. But is this true? No, this is not true. This is not true. This is false. So this will not execute. What will execute? This one. What will x get? X will get by. So this is like a if else. If this is true, do this. If this is not true, then do this. This is called ternary because ter means three. Three operands. It operates on three operands. What are the three operands? Operand number one, condition. Operand number two, action one. Operand number three, action two. Three operands. So binary means by means two, and unary means u means one. So unary for one, binary for two, ternary for three. Three. Got it? This is what ternary operator looks like, and there is only one ternary operator here. We'll understand this in much more detail when we go into if else. So for now, this is it. All right, let's understand special operators. Uh, if I have to cover this and typecasting as well. Typecasting is very important. Instance of is not really that important, but I'll show you anyway. Okay. Let's go to JShell. Let's say int x is equals to 10. Okay, I say this. If I say x instance of int, what do I get? Uh, not like this. Okay, let's try this. String x is equals to hello x instance of string. True. So what I am checking is that is x a string? That's what I'm checking. Okay. So this only works in a few special cases. This instance of it has a x, then you say instance of together. Okay, no space, of some class, some type. And this only works with classes and non-primitive types and everything. Like class for string is a class. It does not work with any primitive type. It only works with things like strings and classes. So this is what this is a special operator. This is a special operator. Okay. So you cannot say, just like the last time I said, you cannot say 10 is an instance of int, because that will give you an error. Int is not a class. If you say so it will give you an error. Okay, you cannot do this. So it only works with strings and other classes. Classes and objects we'll learn later on. Okay. Now let's understand a little bit of typecasting. This is the last topic, and we will end our class after that. Fine. Let's understand typecasting. What is typecasting? Typecasting means converting data type. Converting data type. That is what typecasting means. That's it. Let's take for example. So there are two types of typecasting. First is widening or converting small data type to large data type. It is automatic, so we call it implicit. You don't have to do anything. For example, you have an integer variable. Oh, yellow is a very bad color. Let me take red. Yeah, you have an integer variable 9. Okay, now you declare another variable called double, and you assign this to this. Automatically 9 will become a double type. It was integer, now it will become double. So automatic typecasting, I mean automatic conversion from integer to double. This is called widening because small data type to large data type. What is the size of integer? 4 bytes. What is the size of double? 8 bytes. So from small to large. This is why it is called widening, and this is automatic. You don't have to do anything. Okay, we'll see examples. Don't worry. Then the next type is narrowing. Narrowing means uh, from big to small, and this is not automatic. You have to do something extra. That's why explicit. Okay, how do you do it? So let's say you have a number 9.78. It is a double. What is the size of double? It's 8 byte. It's big. Now you declare an integer variable. You say you assign 9.78 into this, but this is technically not possible. Why? Because double is 8 bytes, integer is small, 4 bytes. You cannot do this directly. You have to write in brackets int, that you are converting double into integer. Only then it will be converted. What happens when you convert it? When you convert it, integer doesn't have anything with decimal, so this part will be cut out. Only 9 will left. So when you print this my int, it will give you only 9. Whereas if you directly print this one, it will give you 9.7. So from small to large, this is called narrowing. Okay, these are the two types. Let's say in JShell ones, and then let's close the chapter right now. So let's say we have int x, which is basically 54. Okay, 54. Okay, now let's say we declare a double variable double y. Okay, let's directly assign it. Let's say x. I mean, I'm just putting the values. Now y is equals to x. But technically that is not possible, but it will automatically change the type of x. See, it was 54. Now the value of y is basically x. It is 54.0. Now x, now y is a double variable. So automatic conversion from integer to double. This is called widening. Why? Integer was small, double was big. So widening. Implicit, you do not have to do anything extra for that. So if I print system dot out dot println, the value of x is still 54. No issues with that. What is the value of y? 54.0. That means it has converted into double and assigned to y. I mean, x has not changed. X is still 54. No issues with that. But the value of y is the value of x converted into double. Okay. Value of y is value of x converted into double. Let's check the opposite case. You have a double x, which is, let's say, 56.7, something like this. You have a int y. You assign x. If you do this, it will give an error. It will give, you cannot directly do this. Why? Because double is big, it's 8 byte. Integer is small, 4 byte. Integer cannot handle all these after dot things, right? You have to type in int y is equals to int, that you're converting the number into int, uh, then type in x. Now what happens? 56 is there, but all these things have been removed. Now if I try to print system.out.println, if I print x, x is still 56.7563. It has not changed. But if I print y, it is 56. This is gone now. This is called explicit typecasting or narrowing from big data type to small data type you are taking. Okay, fine. So what is the value of y? The value of y is the value of x, which was double, converted into integer. And that's pretty much it. That is all about your, you know, typecasting. And these are called special operators. These are called special operators. I hear there is no operator involved. It is like you can directly say it, and integer will be directly converted into double, no issues. But in this case, this is the typecasting operator. So typecasting and instance of are called special operators. So these are the types of operators in Java, right? So arithmetic operators, plus minus, divide, multiplication, modulus, assignment operators, equal to, plus equals to, minus equals to, are all these. Relational operators, double equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. Logical operators, logical and, logical or, not, logical not. Because operators happens on only the bits, that is 0 and 1s. All these binary things not required. Unary operators, increment, decrement, pre-increment, post-decrement, right? All these things. Ternary operators, it's basically if and else. Operates on three things. Ternary means three, binary means two, unary means one. Then you have special operators, instance of, used to check if a particular variable or constant is a uh, type of some string or maybe some class. Typecasting is used for converting the data type. There are two types of conversion: widening from small to large, or narrowing large to small. That is explicit. The first one you don't have to do anything else. Second one you have to mention this thing, that if you are doing double to integer, you have to specify within brackets, and then you assign it. It will be done. So it's been a long class, I know. If possible, watch it slowly, take your time, take 2 3 days if possible, if that is what you want. If so, and you can skip the practice part if you got the things. Okay, with that, I am ending this lecture right now. In the next class, we'll be looking into the printing and taking input with multiple different methods. And here, uh, we are done. If you have any doubts, just contact me via email or just WhatsApp me. Thank you so much.